Hi everyone, my name is Thomas Davngaard. I'm a head Danish national coach. I hope you are having a great World Coaching Conference in 2025. It's my pleasure to introduce Olympic silver medalist Christinna Rytter Pedersen and Kamilla Rytter Juhl, who will be talking to you about the female edge in the mixed double.
Hello. Oi, that's loud. You can hear me, I guess?
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
Hello, everybody. We've been looking very much forward to come here today to talk a lot about badminton, and this session will be about women's double, what we have developed when we played. Let's just move on what we want to talk about.
Yes.
Just to make sure that every of you know who is Christinna and who is Kamilla. I'm Christinna. I was the right-hander in our combination when we played, and Kamilla's in the the blue shirt.
And what we always want to say is that I was the one closing the matches. Right?
That was not how I wanted to introduce you.
It's not on my paper.
It doesn't matter. Okay, let's start with one of the things we really loved to develop and to analyze when we played serve and return. We really felt that this was super important, playing the women's double. Both of us started our careers as a mixed double specialist. Kamilla was not the normal kind of female player in the mixed double. She was more covering also the backcourt, where I was more like the normal or the traditional way I played the mixed double. When we started to play the doubles together, we needed to figure out how to play together and how to get the best out of our mixed combination when we stand together. And so some of the best skills we had from the mix was definitely the serve and returns. So we really understood how important this was when we started together, because we already knew from our mixed doubles being in top 5, top 4, top 3 in mixed doubles. So we knew how really important this was. So going into this women's doubles, we started to develop this together, you, Kamilla and I, and also with our coach. We spent so much time analyzing, and that's also why we want to tell you about how we did that today. And a lot of this serve and returns, you can use it in men's double, women's double, mixed double. It's almost the same. There could be small changes here. So the focus are women's double, but it's similar to all the three categories.
Yes, and it's about what is also said we want to talk about, to control the controllables. And what can we control in a badminton match? The serve, of course. Now we have 100% the control. And what Christinna and I did when serving, we had some signs. We have number 1 serve. We serve always here. It's the T. Number 2 was here at the body. And number 3, it's wide. I think you have heard about this before, so it's not like I want to talk a lot about it. But I have to explain when we move on to the next things. This was number 4, and we don't have anything here, but we have number 5 here. So we have 5 different serves. And that we can control 100%, and that's why every player have to practice the serve a lot. It's so important. When you see the matches here at the Worlds, it's amazing how important the serve is nowadays. Some of the rallies is ended 1, 2, 3 shots, then it's over. So that's why we have to practice it a lot. Also practice under pressure with a male player standing like this when we serve. Maybe a coach right next to you say, now you have to serve this, now you have to serve this. So you can feel that it's not only, I feel good only serving to number 1 spot. You have to have the variations. And can we then control more than that? Yes and no. Because of analyzing, we can actually control also the next shot and maybe also the next one. And that's why we spent so much time watching matches. We did analyzing of our opponent during tournaments. Everyone do that nowadays. But we did it ourselves, a lot of it. We saw the matches before we had to play, so we spent much time. But also during our weekly training, we had video where we watches our opponents from different tournaments to see it. So it was in here, not only a paper you got from your coach. Remember, they do that. We saw it, and that was very important. So that's why we think we can actually control a little bit more than only the serve. And now we will take our rackets and also show you some of the examples. Because for us, it's... Can you take my racket as well?
Yeah.
For us, badminton was a little bit like a chess game. You have to make a move and believe what you do, because if we make a move and we don't believe in it, and we don't think, okay, I think they come. If I make an example so it makes sense. If I serve here, I say to Christinna, I serve number 2, and I cover the short tape here. Then Christinna know, okay, the serve number 2 is coming. Kamilla is covering the short one. Okay, there's a big chance that it will come over here to my forehand. She knows that because we have done it so many times. And we developed all these systems because in the beginning we were not in a good enough shape to play the Japanese. We didn't have the physical shape to play 2 hours. So we had to develop all this. Afterwards we also got in a good shape, and then everything was a little bit easier. But we spent so much time doing this, and now we will show you some of the examples that is, what can I say, normally when players have habits, every player have habits, and also when a player is tired, it will be more often. So nervous and tired, then all this system works even better.
I think you go over here, and I'll do the return here.
Yeah. So every time we have this service situation, we also look at the grip. Is Christinna standing, or our opponent standing with backhand or forehand grip?
Some can like to stand close to the tee like this. Some can open even more, and then as opponent for these kind of players, it's really important to see, okay, if I stand like this with my racket here, very open here in the tee spot, for example. So it's all about getting to know your opponent, learn your eyes, what am I seeing, and then your brain to think about, okay, what am I seeing? What can I do then when I see this? So now we want to show that Kamilla is serving a number 2, we call it the body, or in between forehand and backhand grip. So when I stand, this will be my normal position here. When I stand here, and then when she serves a number 2, this will be my reaction here. I'll go with the shuttle. I'll go cross, because the shuttle comes a little cross to me. I'll go cross back. The best player will not do that 10 out of 10 for sure, but a little lower level, then I'm sure a lot will have these kind of habits. But also, when we played the best semifinals, finals, when it gets closed, when the match has been going on for an hour or 1.5 hours, then it's going to be difficult for your brain to remember, maybe we have a right and left combination over here, we have to be careful, or we have to remember. It's difficult to remember when we get tired. So that's the reason why it's really, really good to do this over and over again, to get yourself to learn it and to remember it. Instead of you have this kind of paper from your coach where it says, do this, do this, do this, because it's really, really important for a player to remember that. But if you have done it 1,000 times, then it's easier to understand and to remember it. So again, and number 2, it's going to look like this. And then, if it was in the beginning, then of course I could play it straight. Make a number 2 again. Or short. I couldn't go there. Then I had to do my backhand here. So of course I can change it. We just want to give you the bigger picture, what we can expect. Yeah? If Kamilla would make a number 3, like here, then the easiest for me would be something like this. Trying to make it simple, because I'm a little out of balance here. Oh, the serve came out here. Then instead of trying too much here, then I tried to play simple here. But that's also what she know. When she did that serve, she would know that her opponent would try to do this straight one. Because it's difficult for me to go cross from here. Then I had to do something like here. It's going to be tricky. So that's not what the first priority would be for me. It would actually be the same here from the other side. And for us, that's kind of interesting. Now Kamilla is serving to me. Make a number 2. Then I go again here. Something like here. Now I'm not doing my best returns to let you know, so you can see. But one more. Think about if I was serving, Kamilla was behind with her left hand. I would be doing something like this. And she would just be really ready in her forehand side. So that's also something we really developed to see if we could find situations where we got the opponent to play, for example, in Kamilla's forehand side, where I'm sure the Chinese or Japanese or Korean coaches have told them, remember Kamilla is lefty. But when it gets close, when the match is going on, then it's difficult to remember all these things.
So our point also in this serve and return is that you have to call to your double partner, what do we serve and what do we cover afterwards? And of course, maybe it's not gonna happen what we say. Sometimes we also said, I serve number 1, and then in the last minute, I flick because I was nervous, or I had the feeling that they would rush to the net and I couldn't stop and say, oh no, I make other plans now. So of course it's okay to do something other than what we planned. So the point here is you have to say to your double partner what you do, but also what you cover. Because then you know where to stand afterwards. If Christinna was serving, it was the best situation. It was to stand down here because I had time to see what was going on, but also because I knew, okay, Christinna is serving there. Our plan is that they have to play my forehand. Sometimes it could also be the other way around. But to make a plan is so important, especially when you come up to the higher and higher level, because everyone has a good defense, everyone has a good attacking game. So this is something extra that you can make in your doubles game.
And this can be used on all different kind of levels for players. And also what Kamilla started out to say, that the serve, we can control that 100%. So we don't understand if the players not are learning how to serve good or trying to train how to serve good. If a good serve came to me in T-spot, we could also make it super simple here. As a server, I really like to play here, to serve here, the T-spot, and cover the tape. So Kamilla shows here, and I just do the simple here, the return here. So now the shot, what Kamilla had told her partner, had told me, serving the number 1, and I'm covering the tape. Super simple, and not covering anything else, and believing your partner will just be behind you and cover the rest. And you can only allow yourself to make these kind of signs if you have a good serve. If the serve comes, you know, if your serves are somewhere here, then you cannot allow yourself to do this kind of call exactly. So we need to have these serves where it goes kind of close to the tape, and then it could have been great if you have hit it. Yeah. One more time.
Give me a chance, man.
Yes, exactly. But showing your opponent that I am here, even though my return was not super bad here. It could have been even closer, but it was not super bad. But showing your opponent, I'm here, and I'm super ready, just right here. If you play me out somewhere else, then we just have to figure out what to do. But showing sometimes we are here, instead of trying to cover all 4 corners at the same time, then we are not good in any corner. So sometimes we need to just to let our opponents know and ourselves know that this is what I'm covering now. And then let's see if the shells will not come there, then we just have to figure out. Yes.
Let's get the players on court.
Yeah, the 4 players, please come in and help us. Thank you.
So it's also to show how you can practice these reactions and to have it in your mind. It can maybe feel crazy to do this exercise because we know where the shuttle comes. But when you stand in a big tournament and you had done it 1,000 times, then it's more on, I don't know what it's called in English, but it's just in your feeling. You just know what to do. So that's why we do this closed exercise as well. So one of you is serving. And now they have to serve number 2 to the body. And then we say to the feeders over there, here in this first session we have the boys as feeders. It's really nice. Enjoy it, girls. So you have to serve number 2. You have to push it this direction. If it's, I think you should try to push it quite hard, but not here. Okay? And you're of course ready. Okay? So just the first 1 to 4 shots. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Exactly.
But see how fast she moves. She is ready. And yes, she knows where it comes. But we can also take this in not a closed, but an open exercise later on. Because you're super fast and you're super ready and you're hitting it here. The return are not bad, but the way that you hit it and searching for the initiative is super important here.
Also see how our male player over there, it's not, you could just move on. I show you here because it's better for you to see. He's pushing it this way. It would be more difficult to push it this way. So that's why we do that when we are tired or nervous or things like that. Watch out. Yeah, can you try it in the other side? Yeah.
Nice.
This is level 1 of this exercise, right? Now we'll move on to the next one. Now you are allowed to serve also in the T, and you can serve number 2. Now you're also allowed to do different kinds. Not too much, what is it called when you try to...
Deception.
Not too much deception, okay? Just go on and I will talk a little bit, yeah. And now girls, remember to say where you serve and what to cover. We always do that in every situation. Yeah. Good.
I guess all you coaches has tried to have that feeling, having players coming out of court and having that feeling we couldn't get out of the serve and return situation. If you haven't, then I can say that Kamilla and I have had that feeling many times, where we had that feeling losing a match and came out to our coach and said, we couldn't get out of the serve and return situation. Maybe our condition was good, maybe our smash attacking game was really, really good, but have that feeling we couldn't get out of the serve and return situation is so frustrating for players, because in some way it seems super simple, but it's only super simple if you train it and get used to play these. So this kind of training is also super important for players instead of doing, we have to do a lot, we have to do physical training, we have to do many different kinds of skill sessions, but also these kind of sessions where you have your partners with you, you're playing against two, and if you don't have the right mindset here, then it can also feel like a little waste of time in somehow. Instead of doing hard session 2v2 or
Other side.
we only have 15
Other
minutes
side.
left in our, no, we don't have 15 minutes left, but in a session back home when you train, we have 15 minutes left. What would you choose to train with your players? Would you choose to train this, or would you choose to play one set, for example, or do some hard work here? Okay. And it's not that there is a right or wrong. I just want to let you know that this is also super, super important to do these kind of exercises.
Sometimes players or coaches can also think, our ladies doubles is the service situation not as important as in mixed doubles and men's double, but we made it very important because of all these ideas we came up with when we did the serve. And now we will show you one of our, I don't think many players did it before us. Matthias and Carsten, the men's doubles, maybe also did it. Maybe actually they did it a little bit before us, but don't tell them. We will now show you a flick serve. And normally when a coach say flick serve, then we have to go in the defensive position afterwards. I think in almost every badminton book it says, okay, if you flick, then you go in the defensive situation and then you start from there. But what we developed was flick serve with an attacking mindset. So what we did was, when Christinna was serving from here,
yeah, I can take this. Thank you.
We will not show you in real life. We just stand here. Then you can do it afterwards.
But it was something like this, where I had that feeling. My opponent is standing like he is. I really, really like to do the number 4. When we played, we were not the serve rules were a little different than they are today. So maybe some more flat flicks are coming nowadays compared to when we played. But I could still play. I could still do this flick serve where it went up here. It was not super flat, but it went up. I want my opponent to smash a little out of balance here, where she. Sorry, but if we played the women's double, she did not have the chances to find angles on Kamilla. If my flick were going too much up and I just went like this, then it would be 2 against 1 defense for her, and I'm not sure Kamilla would cover the whole court. So it will be something like finding the way to serve where the serve would be just perfect to make.
Yes.
Yeah. And actually, you can try. Let's see if, I'm not sure we can, but let's try. You just go after it, you smash. Yeah.
Okay. But it's, yeah, the serve, you should not think it as a really flat one that's...
Because it's difficult for him to find angles. So even though he had power in the smash, it's kind of easy for Kamilla to control and see where can the gap be afterwards. So the serve are the key here. You can see my serve are going up. It's not a flat serve.
We want him to move his feet. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we can also do it in the other side, even though it's for a forehand, in the forehand. Try.
Yeah.
Because again, we want him to move down.
Sorry.
They are in a really, really bad position afterwards. That's the important thing here. And 9 out of 10 times it will come over here. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay? And we haven't talked about it before. I didn't say to him, smash over here. But it's the normal reaction to smash this way. And then there's a big hole. Okay? So that's the fun thing about badminton. see if we can find something someone else haven't done before. It's not easy. Okay.
Maybe we should take 2 or 3 minutes if there is any questions for serve and returns here before we move on to the next. Yeah?
Yeah, thank you. Because you are both left and right-hander, I have a question. Are you using a flat serve in 4, but when you are in even sides on the left-hander, and is she using a flat serve in 4 when she is serving in 1? Because there is a gap. You know, if a flat serve is coming here.
Yeah, but as we showed, we are actually using in both sides. Do you mean if I'm serving or Christinna is serving?
If you are serving as a left-hander in 1, and if you make a flat serve in 4 on the right-hander, there is a gap for him, right? It's more difficult for him to return if a left-hander is serving on 1.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's not a big difference if I'm serving or Christinna is serving. It's more their position, and we use it in both sides, even though it's like this. But again, as Christinna said, when we were playing, it was not the same rule, so it has to go up, the serve, when we flicked. And I also think it's important to have the flick going up because we want them to move their feet. We are not searching only for the reaction. This is not what this was about. We want them to move down to the back line. So we want them to come here and stand in a very bad position like this. And then we can take the point, hopefully afterwards. Or at least the initiative. Make sense?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. The question where if we had ideas to change when it got really closed, in the end of sets, and yes, we did. For example, if I have made a flick in a windy conditions, flick out, then I would definitely be aware of next time I had to serve. Maybe I should do it again, even though it didn't feel that good. But so my opponent didn't know that, okay, now she's afraid of flicking, for example. That could be a mentality for me to think like that. It could also be when I had to do my returns, to be honest, when it got really closed, I want to do the safe ones. I want to do the ones where I really knew that, okay, this is what I'm really good at. I didn't want to take big risk here when it got close, 18 all, 19 all, for example. But I also knew that I had to develop that I could not only allow myself to have one returns, because then they would just close me. So I really had to have that feeling when, even though, for example, 19 all, I had to do my return from here. My favorite were playing soft the net. Often I could hit the tape here and would just go over. My opponent knew that, so I also had to develop showing, even because I'm showing here, I'm not here. I was showing that I want to do this, but I also need to develop that sometimes I pushed it a little harder into them. So they just couldn't rush me at any point here. So these small changes here was really, really important for us to have that feeling when it got close. We still had that feeling. We tried to have that feeling that we are a half step ahead of our opponent. And we believed in that. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
One question, please.
Yeah.
Hi, Sameer here from India. If you're, let's say, serving from the odd side, isn't the fifth position at the back a good serve as well? The number 5?
Yeah, for sure. In my opinion, all serves are great. You just have to use it in the right time. And again, what is normal for the opponent to do? Now I will, of course, be aware he's a little higher. Then my flick also have to be high. So it's a lot about how the shuttle also is high enough, because I want him to move. If it's too flat, it's just his reaction. And then I can be in trouble, unless it's what I want to. Then I make a little flat one, and then I say, it's not my job anymore, because I don't have time to react. Then Christinna have to save me. So I think every serve is good in the right time.
And
also
the
when
best-
you're
yeah.
nervous.
Yeah. And it was really, really nice to play an opponent where we knew they didn't believe in their flick, for example. So we knew they only want to do the short service. It was super easy for us. It was not easy just to win, but it was easy to be ready here and knowing if they flicked, it was probably going out or a bad flick. So having that understanding that it's super important that we can do short and flick at the same time here. And then, yeah, the serve has to look the same, either playing the short or the long one. Then it's going to be so much more difficult for the opponent. I think we should move on.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Move on.
yeah. Because now we want to talk about the attacking position in women's double. Because the female defense is often really, really good in women's double. So when we do our attack, we have to be clever here. We cannot allow ourselves to attack from all positions, even though we are having a high lift here or having a clear. We cannot allow ourselves just to smash without thinking where to smash. Where to smash, but also from the position here on court. So when we played, and when we talk about attacking situation, we are having the court in two different zones. We have one zone, this, called zone 1, the back line here. So when I have the lift from here, in our opinion, this is not a super good position where we can find the gap or we can find the points quickly. This is not from here, zone 1. From zone 1, we need to build up. We need to play with different strokes, different angles, different speeds, the way we hit the shuttle. And then, if we can come to the next zone, zone 2 here, this area somewhere here between my legs, here we can allow ourselves to think, okay, now the situations are getting better for us. Now I can search for even better chances here. I can allow myself to do harder smash here. From here, no 100% smash here, for me at least. I cannot say if anyone is allowed, but for me, I was not allowed to smash 100% from this position, because after a power smash, 100% smash, your balance is a little off just right after. Then you have to get in balance again. And going from here and then having to cover the whole backcourt here will be difficult for a girl. But moving into this zone, we can allow ourselves to use more power. But I think it's really important to be aware of that it's not the power here for women's double. It's the way we hit the shuttle, how fast we hit it, how good we are building up different kind of strokes, and also the angles. So if I stand in defense, the most easiest way to stand in defense, hard here to my stomach, to my body. The easiest way to stand the defense here. But here, difficult, here, difficult, here, difficult. And all these mixing up strokes will make it difficult for me in defense. So that's also how I need to think when I'm the offense player, what's going to be difficult for my opponent here. Yeah, so importance from the zone, it's the placement, it's the footwork, how good are we in our footwork after we have smashed, how ready are we, how good are we moving for the next one, and the right mindset. And what do I mean with that? I mean, being here, we need to have that feeling, we need to work hard. We cannot just say, maybe the chances are here. If I'm here, maybe I can go a little harder after the one here, because now it's going to be, I've already made 2, 3, 4 smashes from this position. And then, okay, I feel it's getting a little better. Can I go after it now? Not 100% after it from here. And the funny thing is, when we played also, I think my position was the best here. I would never allow myself to do hard smash from here, because my smash was not hard enough. I had angles and different kind of strokes, but I didn't have the power. I'm not happy to say that, but that was the honest answer. Where Kamilla was more allowed to smash a little harder here, and also when we played some big matches, finals, semi-finals, where we could feel the nerves here. Sometimes we also talked about before the matches started that it was okay if Kamilla just want to smash hard just from the beginning to get all the nerves out of the system here and then get going. So sometimes she was also allowed to smash from here. There was a kind of a deal for us, but for me it was more from this zone 2 position here where I was allowed to finding going into the building up game. Yeah.
So now we will show you how to practice this backcourt, and then we will start doing it 2 against 1. So who's fresh?
Yes, good.
Yeah, and the point in this exercise is that you have to mix up all your shots. You have to be aware, are you in the building up zone here on the back line? And when you come into the more attacking zone, you're allowed to attack. But it's not like you have to try and finish it. You have to keep it going. We are always at the Danish practice so aware of the feeder's job. They have to be aware, okay, now it's the girl over here practicing, and it's their job to make the practice good for her. So we always start with a high lift. You're allowed to do everything. I will talk a little bit while you are doing the exercise, but focus on placement, angles, and different strokes. You just go ahead. This is a very basic exercise. And what you can do when making this exercise is to have different focus. It can be one specific drop shot you have learned at technical practice the day before, and now you have to get it into your game. This is a basic exercise. You can try to do that. It's also very good exercise to practice your footwork. And then also, sometimes you can do the exercise, just keep it going, so it's very physical. You go for 2 minutes, have a short break, and then go for 2 minutes again. Can also be a thing. But it can also lead up to tournaments, then you have a shorter time, a little bit more speed. So this is really a good basic exercise.
And can I add something here?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Because this is also very different from all kind of cultures here around the world where you're from. So for a Danish player, we were used to do this kind of exercise 2 or 3 minutes, then done, short break, then maybe again.
Sometimes only 1 minute.
Sometimes only one minute. I can't remember that we have done it for 5 minutes.
Never.
Never. But if you, now I'm in England coaching the English team, and we have a Malaysia coach, Tan, with us as well. And I have learned that in Malaysia, they like to do this for 8 or 10 minutes. And I'm not saying what is right or wrong, because I'm not sure there is a right or wrong. I can just say from a Danish perspective, then we feel going shorter time, harder, where you're super focused, makes it look more like match situation instead of going 8 or 10 minutes where you will of course make more mistakes here and better choice going in 8 or 10 minutes. And then you get used to that you don't have to be super ready all the time. If you just know, we just start over again. That's just my point of view. And I'm not saying what is right or wrong. This is just how we like to do it instead of going for too long. We can do harder training in different exercises. But doing this for 8 or 10 minutes, I'm not sure this will look like a match situation. I think 1, 2, 3 minutes will look like match situation much more. Yeah.
Perfect. But when we talk about attacking game in the ladies doubles, we just have to be aware that the defense is so great on the other side. So we again talk about, okay, yes, we were an offensive combination when we played the ladies doubles, but if we take a look at our matches, we don't win that many points from the attacking situation from this part of the court. So we had to think, okay, how can we score the points? And we tried to get the game a little bit more in the middle of the court and have a lot of transitions from defense to offense, defense to offense. So we developed in the Danish practice, we had a coach, I don't know actually who developed this exercise, but we want to show you an exercise where we change from being in defense, coming into the attacking zone, coming into defense again. So this transition is so important, and we want to show you that, because in our point of view, it's not easy to win a ladies doubles just to keep the attack all the time. And that's also what we see now in all the matches here at the Worlds, that there is a lot of transition and a lot of play on the midcourt, and the ladies doubles is getting faster and faster, becoming a little bit closer to the men's doubles. We are not there yet, but it's a really, really fast game, especially in windy conditions. So now we will show the exercise. We call it troll, jack in the box, troll. But we are happy the players here know what to do. So I think we will...
you will actually be the troll today.
I'll be troll.
On the other side. Because now, girls, please come in. And I'll just be the one who's talking. They are the one we are focusing on. They start in the offense. So when I'm done speaking, then they will start with a lift, and they will do their offense here. And the two guys, Kamilla is the troll. She's down like this, so she's not a part of the start here. So they will be in defense, make the girls work really, really hard here. And they are not friendly. So you want to... also to earn your chances instead of just get the chances. So you really need to work hard here in the offense here. You're working here, attacking, and you're the net player. You can also move around. Then suddenly you have that feeling you have been smashing from here. Then maybe the cross lift will come here. And now I can only hit it here. So this is not an offense position here. Maybe I could play the net if it was a match situation. But because of this exercise, we want the transition. So we are okay that we are giving away the initiative maybe a little earlier than normal. So when we are in these situations, or if they have blocked it, and we are here, yes, I could play the net, but in this exercise, I'm lifting away. So when we don't have the chance to get the big initiative or the big attack here, then we are giving away the initiative. And then we are lifting away here. We go down in our defense. Kamilla will jump up from the box like a troll coming up. It's in Danish, so now it's just called troll. Jack in the box, maybe the better English word, then it probably makes sense for you. And then it's an exercise 3 against 2. So our defense has to be really ready here. Now 3 against us, and we have to survive here. Maybe we stand 1 or 2 long, then we block it. And then if Kamilla is here and can't attack on us, if she's here, she can lift away again. So it can go back, and then we earn the offense again. Then we get the initiative back. Then Kamilla goes down, and then we start here in the offense again. Then suddenly, my balance is out, and I have to lift away again. We are in defense again. So it goes from offense to defense, offense to defense. Yes, let's try to see it. Yeah. 2 shots. It's okay.
Yeah.
Lift away.
Lift,
and ready. Yes.
Lift.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Kamilla is down. Work hard again. Yes, now it's going good. And then all 5 of you can be even harder. So now we don't have to be that friendly. You can go after it, then you get the right answer back, and you can also be a little hard on them. Yes?
Yes, boss.
Yes. Go, 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 go. Yes,
Yep.
perfect. And lift, and ready, yeah.
Go.
Yes, offense again. Good, good, good. Come on, girls, go after it. Yeah.
Come on, boys. Go. Go.
Nice. Yeah. Yes, ready? Camilla's up. Yes. Good. Really good. Short break. Super, super good. Actually, the last one was really good. I like that. And as you can see, it's super important that all 5 players here are focused and know their job, know what to do. If some are a little off, or a little too friendly, or a little too relaxed, and think, yeah, I'm just on the feeder side, I'm just taking it nice and easy, then they will not get the right answer back here. So it's so important that when we do these kind of exercises, we think, what are we facing when we play matches? We are facing, if we lift away, then the smash will just come. So when we do the exercises here, the smash has to come really hard. It's not a friendly smash here. That's not what we're asking for. So we want to learn to train like match situation, and we cannot do that 100%, but we can go as close to as possible when we do these kind of exercises.
That's actually one of the things that we talk about every time we go to a club or to a country, make practice. You have to make it look like a match. You have to have the energy. You also have to have the feeling, this is it. I'm here at practice now. I don't have another chance. I don't only have one life. It's now. When we were at practice in Denmark, the quality, it was so high. If you were on a court and you were not stepping in, we took another player out. If you are not ready, the player said, hey, come on, you have to feed me better. I want to be the best in the world. So you have to work together, and in Denmark we actually had a sign in the arena. We want to be the world's best feeders, because then we could also be the world's best players. Because we have feeders who's not ready or don't understand the exercise, you cannot develop. So the energy, the quality, it's so important in practice. That's what we say to all the players that we coach, that the quality, and when you are in the hall, you have to be there 100%. You cannot only come into the national center and say, oh, now I'm here, yes. Now it's just a matter of time when the coaches make me a world-class player. You have to be your own coach. Okay. Any questions on the...
I think we should do the questions now.
Yeah.
We're running a little out of time, but that's also nice because we have a lot to talk about, and yeah, as you can, hopefully you can feel that this is really our passion here. We want the badminton to develop. We want the women's double to develop here. So please, any questions?
How does the net player influence the attacker from the backside?
Good question.
Yeah.
Because in our point of view, the net player has to be a very big part of the women's double. So when we were in the attacking situation, actually, we want the net player to always, always think, I have to go back. If Christinna is attacking in this side, I think I have to go back this way. Of course, I'm also aware of the net, but how often in a ladies double you see a completely short shot from the defense?
It
Not
would be
that
more
often.
a situation where
lift
I'm building
long,
up
long,
from here.
long.
Yeah. It will be more like this, where I'm building up. Then you will be more the net player here, and you will covering the net. Because if I'm building up, dropping also, then it will be more easy for our opponent to play the net back, and that you will cover.
Yes, but always think about going away, because then you move your legs. You have to move a lot, because if I'm moving away, Christinna is coming forward at the same time. So we were moving a lot away from the net always, because it's always easier to go forward than going backwards. So, of course, Christinna was a little bit more a net player than I was, but still, she also had the feeling that she had to move, because then she's moving her leg. It's not allowed, in our opinion, to stand here doing a rally. The tee, you only stand here when you serve, never doing any rally. Also in mixed doubles, you are not allowed to stand here. You have to stand here or here. Almost never in the middle.
And why? This is because we don't feel that you're covering anything here. You're too close to the net, and you're too much here in the middle, where the gaps in the sides are too open. So your partner has to cover way too much instead of being here. Then I'm covering something here. So our focus was also, you have to cover something. Maybe sometimes you took the wrong decision, but you have to cover something and show your partner that I am here now. For example, covering like this. Maybe it's not coming. Maybe they do the cross. Then Kamilla have to save me. Yeah?
Yeah, I thought about, oh my God. So I thought about the net. Like, is there any rule for the troll? Like, if you're attacking, can I hit to the net? Because if I'm thinking about the players, they're going to use it if troll is not allowed to play. Like, I'm going to play drop or just block to the net. Is troll allowed to take this opportunity when he's sitting?
Ah, yes. Good question. Very good question. The troll, there is rules for the troll because we want the exercises to be so realistic as possible, because it's not a super realistic exercise here. But when I did the troll, I was more like this, but it's different if they stand like this, the player here. But if Kamilla and a partner who is in the offense, just go in, and they are building up here, I'm the troll here, and you're building up, you're also dropping. That's not my drop. I guess that's what you meant. It's the guys, so that defense have to be closer to the net so they can cover drop shot from here. I'm not allowed to. I'm only allowed when we go up here. Then I'm in the exercises again. If the shots come to me here, and oops, it was not mine, then I play a little more friendly, because this is unrealistic that someone can hit it like this, because I'm just standing here. So it's really important to understand as the troll role here. It was nice sometimes to have the troll role, because it was nice and easy here. But it was also important to understand the role so they got the best out of the exercises. If I was just jumping up here and taking it and just showing I'm everywhere, then they wouldn't get the best out of that exercise.
So it's actually better to leave it one more time than take too much.
And then question our two in the defense to be even more ready. Yeah? Yes? I think.
No more questions? Perfect.
If you do have questions, there's a second session, so we can prepare some questions maybe for that session in just an hour's time. But let's start maybe by thanking the players for their
Thank you
support
for your help.
this session.
Thank
you, players. You can leave the court.
Thank you. You can go there. Thank you.
And I'll just ask Kamilla to come over, and we'd just like to present
Thank you.
a small something from the BWF to both of you, just to say thank you for the 2 sessions today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.